We're at Youth Council's opening day, and we're talking with Damien Horne. Damien, you're on the schedule for this weekend, and tell us a little bit about what your performances are and what you're going to be doing here.
Actually, I'm going to be performing some of my original material here, also teaching a spoken word class for the youth.
That's great. Now, Damien Horne, for those of you that don't know, is a major Christian recording artist and has had some roots in the Salvation Army. Tell us a little bit about your story, beginning with the Army, and how you came back to us and how you're here today.
Well, I started out actually in the Boys and Girls Club, and it was connected to the Salvation Army Church in Hickory, North Carolina. And I'm from a huge family. I'm one of 12 children. And we used to all go to the Boys and Girls Club, but there was a particular captain at the time who's a major now, Major Pete Costas, who always took an interest in us playing sports and things, and invited us over to the church, and we started going to the summer camps, and just really got connected through that way. And I was with the Army until I was about 17, 18 years old, and then I left and moved to L.A., where I ended up homeless for about 2 years there, and I just kind of found myself searching, but it always kind of led me back to the Salvation Army.
And did you receive any services from the Salvation Army while you were in L.A.?
Oh, yes. That was one of the staples, totally throughout my life. Even when I was growing up, they always were around to help my family with clothing and food. And when I moved to L.A., when I didn't have anything, it was the first thing that came to my mind. It was like, Salvation Army, I know I can go there and get help.
So you're a long way now, though, from homeless on the streets in Los Angeles. Explain to us how you got to where you are now.
Yeah, well, I give all credit to God, first of all. I know nothing but Him. But I was there, like I said, I was homeless for 2 years, and then I ended up moving back to the Carolinas, kind of regrouping. But I still had this passion to go and pursue music, so I ended up moving to Nashville, Tennessee, where I was actually discovered on the side of the street there, 2nd Avenue, kind of like everybody does it. And it just kind of took off from there.
And so tell us a little bit about what you're going to be teaching some of the children or the youth this weekend. I got to imagine it's going to be a little bit more than music, and there's going to be some hints of your story in that to stay on the right path.
Yeah, well, the particular class that I'll be teaching is a spoken word class. It's kind of like poetry, but a more animated, verbal type way of delivering it, and that meant a lot to me because writing is the way I always got things out of my head, and was how I dealt with stuff, and that's what made me become a musician in the first place. And so I kind of want to teach kids that you can use that as a tool to kind of as an outlet instead of kind of going and acting these things out. Sometimes just get it out through writing, through songs, and through poetry. Just some positive ways of doing that.
Well, great, Damien. Thanks so much. We're very blessed to have you here this weekend on the agenda, and we're excited for some of your classes. I'm Matt Pachilli. We're talking with Damien Horne at Youth Councils.